My uncle used to play some professional football player. He used to play at Colchester United actually, sorry, in Essex. So we used to go and watch them quite a lot. And obviously watching him play football from a young age, so I used to go up to Layer Road in Essex and watch him. So that'd be my first football memory, really. Would probably have been David Beckham, really. Cantona was quite close, but I was quite young, really. So David Beckham was probably the one for me that kind of really sort of, when I started growing up and properly getting into football, he was the main guy for me. I think it was the black sharp view cam kit that United had. And he used to have the yellow writing, and we used to have, me and my brother had a Giggs and a Lee Sharp one. One of the best matches I remember was, it was the season that United won. We won the double, the Champions League and the Premiership, and we was playing at Ewood Park, and I couldn't get tickets to go to the away end, so I went with my mate who's a Blackburn fan. We sat in the home end, and we didn't. It was a really bad game, but I always remember the last minute that Tevez scored in the last second. And everyone just went mental, and you just see all these United fans appearing from all the Blackburn end because they wanted to get in, and you can just see these people jumping from the opposite stand, like cheering, and then them running down the steps, and all these Blackburn fans running after them. I just remember it being one of them games. It wasn't the best game, but it's just one of the games that you always remember because I was, for the first time ever, I watched a United game down the pub, but I did it two ways because I always watched the Champions League final the last time with my dad. So I sat and watched the first half at home, and we were brilliant. Like, we was obviously winning 1-0. It was 1-0, and then we was 1-0 at half time, but we had a great first half. And then I decided to go down the pub with my mates and watch it the second half. And I never watched any game down the pub with my mates ever. Went down to the pub, and in the second half we got absolutely destroyed by Chelsea. They were all over us. Then he got into extra time, and they were still on top, and then we kind of had a couple of half chances, and then the penalty shootout was just immense. And I remember, like, because half the pub was, because it's been in Essex, half the pub was Chelsea, half the pub was, you know, us Essex Reds. Obviously, you know, we was getting lots of stick because we're, you know, from down south supporting Man United, but it was just brilliant. It was actually a brilliant atmosphere. And then we had all the Man United flags up and everything. They had all the Chelsea flags up, and the whole pub was divided. And then when John Terry missed, you can imagine what we was all doing when Terry missed. And then we went on and won, obviously. So it was just it was brilliant. And then I remember just getting a few drinks down me and having a really good night, and staggering home, and then having to get up for work the next morning, which was a bit of a struggle. I would serenade Rooney. I think Wayne is our biggest player. I think that's no question. He's, you know, the best player in England. He's the best English player, and he's the best at Manchester United. So, and he's one of the best in the world. So you can't really, you can slaughter him in some aspects for how it all came out. And the club have got the ambition, so he deserves to get slaughtered in that aspect, because the club will always be ambitious, and the club wants to be the best in the world. I just think we're going through a bit of a transitional period at the moment, and I'm really chuffed, because in my head I'm actually looking at Wayne Rooney right now, but the picture behind there. But Wayne Rooney, I think, for me, is the kind of player that we need to get the young players through, and he can sort of spearhead the club into the next generation of, you know, Rooney will be the catalyst behind that. I haven't got one actually. I need to get one. I'm going up there on the 13th of December to watch Manchester United Arsenal, Old Trafford, which I can't wait for. So I'm gonna make sure I invest in one, definitely. I used to play centre forward.
Yeah?
Yeah, I used to play centre forward. I was kind of likened to a Robbie Keane. I'm a bit of a Robbie Keane kind of player. I like to come off the front man and get involved, and but freelance, really, sort of roaming around. But I used to get in with a few goals, to be honest. I had a couple of really good seasons, quite prolific. Got a bit of pace behind me as well. I'd probably say Robbie was probably the one that I was quite shocked about, and he's quite a lad's lad anyway, so I There's probably a few celebrities that I've met that are well into their football, but I can't remember off the top of my head, to be honest. But Robbie's probably the first one that came into my head, that someone who's quite dedicated. There's a team in LA, like a little five-a-side team, but you know, the fact that obviously he supports Port Vale, but he always knows their results, and he's quite on with his football now. Be like a David Beckham or a Jamie Redknapp, because they not only were they good football players and done really, really well, they're both very good looking guys as well. Pop star looks, but with good football skills. So, and I'm quite jealous of Jamie Redknapp. Every time I'm around him, I get a bit like, seriously, Jamie, can you just walk away, please? You're getting too much female attention. I'm probably looking at around about 200 or so.
You've got some skills about you.
I've got some skills. If I had a football now, I'd show you. I'm promoting my second single, which is out. It's called Thinking of Me. Album's out on the 29th of November, which is my new album, which is really, really cool. It's self-titled. Olly Murs, and I'm looking forward to Christmas basically, and then also my tickets are on sale for my tour, so that's going to be an exciting time next year. So yeah, basically that's what I'm doing at the moment. It's exciting times. I'm looking forward to Christmas.